Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jessica Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who never ventured into my sector of the universe before, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and joining our tribe. For those who are returning, thank you so much for returning for another Divine Masculine automatic writing. Thank you for your love and support. I greatly appreciate it. And for those who've already subscribed, thank you so much for your loyalty and for supporting the channel. Now, if this message, this video, whatever part of this resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up, illuminate that thumbs up button like I say, and subscribe to the channel if you've been coming back watching, if you've been coming back to watch these videos. For those who are just watching these videos, I really highly recommend, if you're not doing so already, to watch the Light Counterpart weeklies, because both of these videos will really help you along your journey. I mean, this is hard work that we have to do. And the better guidance that you get, the more further along you can progress in your journey, and the easier it becomes. And you know, you're part of this tribe and you're watching these videos not just to see what the masculine is doing. Again, it defeats the purpose. If you want union to manifest, you have to do the work, and the feminines have to do the work. And for those masculines who are watching, I know a lot of you, if not all of you, have started your awakening process. And for both of you, you have to have that strength, and that was talked about in my Light Counterpart weekly to help you get through this. This is a very tough journey, and I will say again, like I usually say, the messages that are being conveyed by Spirit today, which are really the messages that the Divine Masculine Collective wants to convey to mainly the feminines. Not everything is for everyone. There's a few of you where everything will completely resonate. That's probably because I may be channeling more, the vibration is higher for those who are further along in their journeys between the masculine and the feminine, and I'm picking up more on their energies. It is possible, but don't try to force everything. If it confuses you, if it doesn't sit right with you, if you feel heavy, that's not the divine light. If you feel heavy, just so you know. If you feel light, this is for you. If some of the messages, like, you end up being completely confused, it's probably not meant for you. But it's okay, because everyone's at different stages of their journey. And you just have to be mindful of the fact that you really shouldn't be forcing everything that the Divine Masculine Collective is telling the feminines through here, okay? That requires a personal reading if you want to know the specifics. But again, don't get so hung up on just these letters alone, because you're not doing the work. You will prolong separation, and you'll just continue to go in the karmic cycles. You're still codependent on the masculine in a way if you were constantly checking up on your Divine Masculine. I'm going to be flat out honest. I was in that before, and the divine kicked me in the ass. It was like, Jess, you have to focus on yourself. And I did. And I'm no longer caught up in that. I now speak to my masculine telepathically. So that is way more powerful than me trying to get actual 3D messages from my masculine. You may think it's crazy, but if you think it is, you still have healing work to do, because you're expecting everything to be in the 3D. Again, this journey is way more than having your masculine tell you how they feel and having them, you know, message you all the time or talk to you all the time. There's something way bigger that you guys have to get to with your ascension, because you are being prepared for the mission that God has for you in the end. This is what this is all about, okay? I wasn't expecting to say all that. I channel as soon as I hit record, so there was a reason why I was not expecting to say all of that stuff. Anyway, for those of you who do not know what automatic writing is, I channel messages from spirit, from the divine masculine collective. They take over the pen. I write down the messages, okay? It's not me. I'm in a trance and they are writing for me. I'm just the vessel that they are using to channel these messages and have them written down, okay? I don't do tarot in these things. I just pull oracle cards and things like that. So that's what this is. This is what automatic writing is. It's also called psychography if you want to look it up. This is one of my gifts that I've been given, and they wanted me to start doing these to help the feminines and to help the masculines too, because some of them are watching this, okay? Hello to the masculines who are watching this. I'm feeling that you guys, you're really getting into the thick of it, and I'm commending you for starting your part of the journey, and for those feminines who started, to you too, because this is going to be challenging, and for some it may take a while. For me, I've been in this for a while. They won't let me say how many years yet. It's weird because every time I try to say it, they stop me. They don't want me to reveal how long my journey's been. I don't understand why. Okay, they just told me, but they don't want me to tell you either. Anyway, let's let go of that. Okay, one other quick thing. I wanted to bring up, if you want to join my Light Counterpart community, you can get private access to my app. If you sign up for my website, you'll get an email with the link to it. I'm going to start really trying to talk to those who've already signed up, and we're going to start discussing some things, and I'm going to give additional guidance for those who sign up for their journey. It doesn't cost anything. I do have star memberships there that you can sign up for, but it's not necessary. For me, talking to the other feminines and whoever wants to join the community, I'm going to help give them additional guidance that I'm not going to give on YouTube. And it's pretty valuable stuff, I will say. It's to help you guys to not do what I did, pretty much. Anyway, the other thing is a couple of things. They wanted me to pull angel answer cards. This is how this is going to work this evening. We're going to start off with the songs. Whatever object or whatever it is I pull for the song, for the object that you choose, or crystal, whatever it is, I haven't thought of it yet. I'm going to pull an angel answer card for you. You're going to be able to ask a question, any question at all, and you'll get an answer, okay? So now they want me to go pull, tell you what objects to pick. I can't even talk today. All right. Here are the objects. So whatever you're drawn to, whatever sticks out, trust in that. That's the divine telling you that message is for you, okay? We're going to go with a palm tree, a coconut, and a pina colada. Okay, this is very weird this time around. Okay, guys? Yeah, summer's around the corner. Okay, here are your objects. A palm tree, a coconut, and a pina colada. Okay, that's really funny. Okay, now I think I've said everything I need to say. I don't like doing long intros, but I'm already channeling, and the divine's like, I don't care. We tell you what to say. So I surrender to that. All right, give me a few minutes because I do need to get to center again and recalibrate myself and tap into the divine masculine energies. Now, if you're patient enough, I would highly recommend that while I am writing, that you meditate, you focus, you visualize your person, your divine masculine, and start tapping into their energies and see if what I write here is what you're picking up on too. That's going to be very powerful, okay? If not, I will have timestamps, so just jump around to whatever you want to get from the video. I do highly recommend watching this in its entirety, even though it is long. I don't do this for shits and giggles. I'll be very honest with you. Sometimes I don't want to do these, and it's nothing against you guys. It's just, it's draining, and it's just something, I don't know about it, where I'm like, okay, I'd rather be doing this, but I know I have my mission to fulfill, and I just boost myself to prepare for these readings so that I can better assist you guys. Okay. All right, so let me stop talking and let me start beginning to tap into the energy so I can channel. All right, thanks for your patience. Okay. I guess there's no stopping these days. They just want me to run through. The channeling is... it seems to be getting stronger. Okay. Here we go. Can you see that? All right. Here we go. Hey, beautiful. What have you been up to lately? Wait, I know. You're still a bit hung up on what I'm doing. I think you're still not trusting me, and I'm thinking I'm up to no good. Well, I will tell you, if you don't believe what I'm saying, what? Okay, if you don't believe what I'm saying to you in this letter, then I don't know what else to tell you. You need to trust. You really need to go within, take a break from me, from social media, from everything that doesn't serve you, and listen to the divine messages being spoken to you. You may have doubts about this connection because I am not telling you how I feel in the 3D or contacting you at all, but I am contacting you through this letter. I am telepathically trying to speak to you. What? And so are your guides. I think you're wondering about who I want. Don't focus on who I want or what I'm doing. I want you and you alone. Please know and understand, no one can change my love for you. I do love you. I'm just trying to find the best way to tell you in person, but this is going to take me some time. I really need to focus on myself right now and grow spiritually. Oh my gosh, I'm getting loud ringing in my ear right now. I am beginning to realize the consequences of my actions and how I allowed the 3D world to get the best of me. I allowed others to influence me because of how I was raised. I had a skewed view of what love was, and I need to better understand what true love is. I have been reconnecting with God and have been seeking spiritual help, more so speaking to my guides and angels and meditating more, spending more time in nature. I want you to know that I am trying to manifest union, but we both need to be in full alignment with the divine light and need to elevate our vibration to the violet flame frequency. When that happens and we have become the golden link in our lineages, we will call in sacred union. My soul really wants us. My soul really wants us. A family, kids, a house, a boat or yacht, dogs, cats, the 10 of Pentacles. I want it all, and I want it with you. You have no idea what you do to me, but I can also feel you when you doubt me and our connection. We can't progress in our journey if we don't have faith and we don't trust in God. It's all about aligning ourselves with God and not with the 3D world. This is not romantic love. This is agape love, the unconditional love Christ came here to teach the world. This is what we are also supposed to teach humanity and to be examples of. What does that say? Yeah, be examples of. Please continue to do your work and heal. I am right behind you. Love you always. Now, the name Peter showed up. They wanted me to write down Peter, and I don't usually write down the names yet, but that came out very strongly. This may be very specific to somebody who's masculine is Peter. I'm getting that this person, this feminine, is really out of sorts. I think something happened where you might have been doing your work and something derailed you. I don't know. That just came in, but don't get hung up on the fact that I wrote down Peter here. Again, take what feels right to you in these messages that were just spoken by the collective, the Divine Masculine Collective, okay? Yeah, so it's funny. I guess that's why I channeled that beforehand with the focusing on the masculine, because I think some of you are still, focusing. Now, I will say, okay, now they're saying it's okay to watch messages like these, channeled messages, but as long as you take away what guidance you are being given from the masculines and from spirit, then it's okay. I do have people that I've been speaking with via email about how these have been helping them. And I'm seeing the proof of that when they tell me stuff about their journeys, what they've been working on, what they've been doing. They get guidance from here. Oh, okay, I really need to focus on this. I need to do that. This is where the golden nugget is. This is what really helps you. This is why I do these, to help you guys along. I didn't have any of this in my journey. I wasn't even doing automatic writing. I do write, but I didn't do this type of stuff. I didn't know this gift that I had when I was going through the majority of my journey. You know what I mean? But I'm here to help you guys with this. And the masculines want you to know, as long as you are getting these gems from these messages, from whatever I channel in these readings, it's really going to help you in your journey, okay? Because this is going to be a tough part, guys. I am not going to lie, and I wouldn't be surprised if, right now the masculines are mellow and they're doing their work. Sometimes things come in and it's a test. We get tested, guys, and it really just builds our strength up. And we need to show God how committed we are to union with ourselves, to bettering ourselves, to get to that violet flame frequency, right? To be in full alignment with the light and in alignment with what it is that we truly want in life. And it's not just being with our masculines or other things in life that the universe really wants for us. So yeah, I think that's really the emphasis here with this letter. The masculines are saying they really want you guys to just really focus on yourself. And I'm getting some of you may want to date, some of you may want to just like move on to other stuff. You do have free will. But what I'm getting is that, be honest with yourself. Are you doing that because you're afraid of being lonely? Are you doing that to escape the fact that the masculine has quote unquote disappeared? That they're not talking to you? Be honest. I will tell you, every time my masculine ran away, I ran to somebody else. And that's when God said no more. And that's when my tower moment happened. Don't let that tower moment happen to you. Okay. I really got kicked in the ass. So, and the divine, they set me up, not in a bad way. I don't want to say that's because there's no knock on God at all in my guides. No, they did it for a reason. They set me up for my tower moment, and I thought it was going to be the greatest thing, this idea that I had. And one day I will tell you the story. I'd like to do it in a live session, but they did set me up because they were pretty much tired of my behavior. Yeah, that's what they just said. And I know this already. They're just reiterating it to me. They were tired because they really wanted me to get somewhere, because they really needed me for a particular mission. I have specific missions, and this is one of them. Okay, so that's what I did. My masculine left. I went back to the same person. This person I knew wasn't good for me, but I was codependent. That was one of the lessons I had to learn, codependency, right? I had to stop being codependent on other guys, on thinking that I needed to be in a relationship to be happy. That was all bullshit. I was not focusing on myself. So I was giving my power to other people, and it wasn't just, some other person. It was a whole bunch of other people, family, bosses, some friends, God knows what else. Okay, so don't do what I did. Don't take that route. You have more power than you realize, and the masculines see that in you. And I know my masculine saw that, and he would always tell me, why don't you take a break, Jess? Why don't you just focus on your son, focus on you. I met him right after I left my husband, and it's so funny how it worked out. Then my masculine came into the picture like a month or two after I had moved out of the house that I was living in with my husband, and my son was very small at the time, and my masculine was telling me, you know, Jess, just focus on yourself. You've been going through a lot. And he knew about, you know, the struggles that I had with my marriage, and he had a really traumatizing marriage too. He was broken, and I saw that, and we were both in this place. We were trying to heal. And some of you don't have kids yet, have never been married yet, I understand, but this is trying to get you guys to where a lot of you with your masculines, this is going to be the only person you're ever going to be with. And that's a huge blessing for you guys. And that's why God really wants you to focus, because you guys are going to be that example of what unconditional love really is. That's what the masculine said. Okay. And for me, this is more of a guidance to people who've been in my position, in my masculine's position, with being married before and having children and all these other things with programming and conditioning. Okay. So, I'm really chanting a lot of stuff here, but they really want you to focus on your betterment. And my masculine was telling me that, and he knew what my potential was. He saw right through me, just like I saw right through him. But I didn't even listen to my masculine either. I was too hung up on the whole magic of it all, right? Because again, I wanted to have like some fairy tale relationship, some romance, but it's not what I was supposed to be seeking in my journey. It's, for a lot of us, it's not. And, you know, because of where I am now, I'm so better prepared for what's to come next in my life. And it's going to be pretty big. I feel it. It's going to be quite significant. And God will not present that opportunity to me. Wouldn't give me that offer if I wasn't ready for it. Anyway, I'm going to start channeling names, messages, places, whatever, phrases. Okay. Let's see what comes out this time around. Hopefully this won't take too long, but let's see what comes through this time. Okay, here we go. Okay. We have from the top, Shay. Let me get it closer. Shay. Hi, Shay. Belinda. Max. Christ. Christian. Yashi. Hi, Yashi. Hi, Thomas. Cole. Brandon. Brendan. Peter. Lucia. Lucas. Or it could be Lucia. One of the two. Trey. Tiny, Tina, Blake, Carla, Carlos, Jerry, God, Savior, Cross, Burden, 10 stones, 10 crowns, sayings, Coke, snort. I got from picking up from somebody that either somebody was snorting Coke or somebody in their family was snorting Coke or something like that. I wasn't getting Coca-Cola, but it could be Coca-Cola. Beaten up, beaten down, Chicago, wind, winds of change, by the Scorpions, I believe. Foreigner, I want to know what love is, which is the Foreigner song. I want you to show me, which is the rest of the lyrics. Rod Stewart, Mariah, Ocean, Cake by the Ocean. I forgot the name of the band that does that. Dolphin, Ballerina, Concert, Symphony, Bicycle, Motorcycle, Green Car, Blue House, Dice, Traffic, Clock is Ticking, Time is on My Side, Skylar, Aquaman, Iron Man, Squall, Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy. Race Cars, Lila, Chris, Tommy, Tim, Timothy. Hey, Tim. Midnight, that's actually the name of my cat. Foster, Foster the People, another great band. Cornhole, Barbecue, Argument, Cassius Clay, Boxing, Boxer, Amazon, Lattes, Coffee, Yellow, Coldplay, Pink, Elephant. Elephant in the Room, Sacha Baron Cohen, Eliza, Elisa, Harmony, Worry Beads, Healing, Needs Repair, Broken Down, I Love You, I Need You, I Want You. Oh, I get it now. Darren Hayes is in this. Savage Garden, Who You Really Are, Understanding, Crystals, Teacup, Dumbo, Disneyland, Disney World, Meet Up, Sync Up, Tandem, Binoculars. What the heck does that say? Oh, Tofu. Hiking. I'm down here, if you don't already know. I'm all the way at the bottom. Hiking, Gift, Diamond, Diamond in the Rough, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. That's my favorite movie of all time. Cold, Ice, Wolf, Loner, Cafe, the number 9, Castle, Eyeglasses. Okay. Interesting stuff. And some people's names keep coming up. There's something important for those names that keep coming up. All right, you guys. Oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They want me to pull 5 decks. Let's pull this away real quick. Okay, they want me to use just one message deck, the Eternal Messages deck, to see what else the masculines have to say. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What else do the masculines want to say to their feminines? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. What else do the masculines want to say to their feminines? Okay. Is that 2? It's a few. Oh, wow. Let's start with this one. Hold on. I do want us to be in a relationship. I think they said, I want us. Right? That they want to manifest this union. Yeah. They do. They really do. I mean, this goes in line with what I was channeling from them. They want to be in this, but they know they cannot be in this relationship if they don't work on themselves. They talked about the alignment, right? You guys don't want to go back to, you know, the karmic patterns and the ghosting and the disappearing and the codependencies, and, you know, one day everything's all fine and dandy, the other day things get sour. Do you want that to continue? No, it's because both of you are not ready yet. It's all about being in alignment with the divine light, okay? But while they want this, and you guys want it too, feminines, the masculines know that they have to do some work. They can't be that ultimate provider for you. They can't be that emperor for you if they keep running. They don't want to run anymore. They really need to work on this, but they have to do this alone. The best thing you can do is send your unconditional love every day. Connect with him on a daily basis telepathically. You will start feeling the shifts, you guys. You have to trust me with this. God is really trying to help the both of you, but this is more of a spiritual nature, all right? And they really want this with you, but they know there's a lot of work that needs to be involved. And look, I knew it. I channeled this. I can tell you don't trust me. I want to change that. This came up a few readings ago, and they said it again. They said it again. I think you're still not trusting me, and I'm thinking I'm up to no good. You need to trust. See, again, feminines, this came up again. This is still lingering. I'm hoping this card doesn't come up anymore. If you're not trusting this, then why are you watching this? You're trying to see, oh, feminine, by the way, I'm with a karmic. I don't love you anymore. Goodbye. No. Oh, feminine, you know, I'm running around. I don't care about my life or about you or whatever this is. Or it's like, just because they're quiet does not mean that they're up to no good. They said, well, I will tell you, if you don't believe what I'm saying to you in this letter, then I don't know what else to tell you. You need to trust. You really need to go within, take a break from me, from social media, from everything that doesn't serve you, and listen to the divine messages being spoken to you. You may have doubts about this connection because I am not telling you how I feel in the 3D or contacting you at all. But I'm contacting you through this letter. I'm telepathically trying to speak to you, and so are your guides. This is a completely different connection than anything you've ever been in. For those of you who are still not trusting this, really go within. You gotta contact your guides. You gotta meditate more. You got to release yourself from this lack of trust. If you don't trust this connection, you're not trusting in God. Again, this is a godly thing. Not everyone is in this type of connection, okay? You are in a very specific connection where there's a bigger part of this, and they said that the masculines already know it's to be examples of the unconditional love that Christ tried to teach us all those years ago. We need more of this unconditional love, you guys. This is what the world needs, and we are being called to be examples of this. This is the major part of our mission. The divine masculine Christ, the divine feminine Christ, okay? But you have to have unconditional love for yourself, for your masculine, and for everyone else, everything else. Love is the highest frequency. This is what is going to get this planet to a better state than it is in now. You guys are being called to do this type of work. And you have to go through this journey with trust. Yes, it is hard to do that. But you gotta surrender to the divine, and you have to trust in this and in your masculine. Yeah, he wants to change that, but there's a lot of work. He says there's a lot of work that he has to do. And feminines, if you're not trusting in them, because you are really one, you're mirrors of each other, what are you not doing? You're not trusting yourself. You can't ascend and you can't vibrate at that high frequency if you don't trust yourself. You don't choose yourself, you don't choose God. I think I said that in the last reading. The bottom of the deck. I am not used to this connection. See, I'm not used to a connection like this, so I run. This scares the shit out of them, guys. And I'm sure it scares the shit out of you sometimes too, but more so for the masculines. I just said before, this is not like any other connection that you have been in, and it's the same for the masculines. That's why I said it before I had you look at the bottom of the deck. This is different. It's very different, and they're like, holy shit, what is this thing that I'm in? And they freak out. So they run. And they have this strong connection to you, especially if you're near them. They feel it so strongly. I think I said in another reading, a lot of them are more psychic than you are. There's something in their charts that's very strong when it comes to their psychic abilities. And some of them are actually Pisceans, is what I'm getting from Spirit. Your person doesn't have to be a Piscean. I'm just saying for those who are like really, really, really psychic, Spirit's saying that a lot of them are Pisces. They have either Pisces sun, Pisces moon, or just a lot of Pisces in their chart. So, I think my hair's caught in there. Yeah. They're not used to this, you guys. And it scares them. There's the fear. The devil pulls them away. And it doesn't have to be the karmic doing it. Don't think that. Some of you just thought that. I picked it up. They freak out. So they run. Running is lower vibrational. They're not facing their fears. But they're starting to do that. But this is the underlying theme, right? This is the bottom of the deck. This is telling you, why they're doing this stuff. I've been hurt. Look, I'm looking at the top. They told me to look at the top of the deck. I've been hurt by love before. See, I was talking about that before, right? Especially those who have been in marriages. And then, look, I said something like this. I know more than you think. I said they're more psychic than you. Some of them know more about this connection than you do, feminines. I don't want to hide this connection anymore. You see? It's all about the healing. All about the healing. Okay. Okay, they wanted me to do this deck. I have not used this deck in a long time. This is the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle. What we're going to do with this is we're going to see what other messages Spirit has for us with regards to the Divine Masculine Collective. Spirit, guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian series. What other messages do you have for us with regards to this Divine Masculine Collective? Please and thank you. What else do you want to tell us about the Divine Masculines? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Am I getting something with root chakra? It's like they need to heal the root chakra. My son tends to correct me when I say chakra. He's like, Mom. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What other messages do you have for us? What do we need to know? What else do we need to know about the Divine Masculines? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Something flipped. There it is. Yeah, crown chakra. Oh, holy cow. Wait till you see the bottom of the deck. Here we go. Crown chakra, number 69. Oh, that's hilarious. Don't get me started, guys. Crystal, white topaz. Be in the present moment. Be in the present moment. They are trying to be in the present moment, and they are trying to tap into their crown chakra, trying to open that up. And that's funny because when I was writing the letter, I got the word crown chakra. What part of it? I'm trying to see here. I channeled this, but I didn't write it down. They were really talking about meditating and aligning themselves. Violet flame. This is more indigo, but I channeled that too. Yeah, this is about opening up your crown chakra. This is exactly what they are doing and what you guys need to do too. Be in the present. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about what the masculines are doing. Don't worry about anything else about where this journey is going to go. Focus on what's going on right now. And you have to, and Spirit's saying that for a lot of you feminines, they're really trying to give you these messages, these downloads. You need to unblock your crown chakra. That's why you don't have trust. That's why you're having issues with that. The divine trying to help you through this, but your crown chakra is blocked. They really want you to open this up. Unblock it. I don't think I have my crown chakra meditation on my website first. I guess I'm going to have to really get to doing that. And look what is at the bottom of the deck. You cannot make this up. The throat chakra. Trust. There you have it. Number 45. I just heard from Spirit, some of you, the masculines, they're 45 years old. I just heard that. Oh, let me go back to the 69. I'm chuckling because you know what I'm thinking about. Cancer. That's the Cancerian symbol. Either your masculine may also be Cancer, or you're a Cancer. And here we have the throat chakra. See, this is what's going on. You got to open up your crown chakra and connect to your guides, because you're blocking yourself thinking that you have to get communication in the 3D. Throat chakra is speaking, right? Using your voice. You have to trust, but you also have to unblock your crown chakra, because you need to start thinking, you need to really open that up to channel in that divine wisdom, the spiritual nature of this, okay? They're trying to help you to better understand this connection and to trust more the divine in your masculine and in yourself. This is a huge message here. It came out in the letter, it came out in a card, and here it is again, okay? It's time for you to trust in this. Alrighty. So we're now going to use the Zodiac 108 cards. They wanted me to use these. If I can grab them. They want me to get additional messages from here too. What do they want me to ask? healing. Okay. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is it that the masculines are healing right now? Please and thank you. What is one or a few things that they are healing at this moment? Please and thank you. One more. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Let me do that again. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. Can you please tell us, what is it that they are healing at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your... Wow. I knew it, because one fell out and they're like, no, keep shuffling. Sorry, my nose is itching. Oh, that's a sign. I forgot what that means. Somebody's coming to see somebody? What? I don't know. Oh my God. Sorry, guys, my nose. Oof. I should have stopped at one. We have crack shot. Competent, superior, precise, expert, sharp tongue, witty, clear-cut, dead-on, intense, target, showdown, effective, impressive, accurate, skilled, excel, arrogant, first class. They're trying. Okay. Some of them, okay, this is not all of them. That's why a whole bunch of cards came out. Some of the masculines, again, this is a general reading. So I do not know whose masculines really doing what. This is certain masculines. Okay, not all of them. I'm saying it again, not all of them. Some of them are trying to heal the fact that they've had a sharp tongue. That's why they have an issue with communication, right? Throat chakra. That they try to say the right thing, but it comes out all jacked up. Okay. Speaking too harshly, too sharply. It's like a dagger almost, I'm getting. There's also some of them trying. Some of them have this thing about, like, I'm hearing being the shit, being all that first class and arrogant, right? But they're saying it's for show, because they're so insecure. They're thinking that they're better off if they come across as being like arrogant. I'm seeing like the peacock right now, and you know, thinking that they're an expert, that they're superior. But this is coming from, if you see this photo here, this is from maybe the 1800s or so, something from their lineage, where they might have come from a family of crack shots. They're saying a family of very superior people, first class, that they were used to being in first class all the time. They may have been very wealthy, right? And it caused them to be arrogant, but it's not really who they wanted to be. It's something that along the lines of where they don't feel right and being that type of person. All right. Again, this is for some of the masculines and what they're trying to heal. Some it's with the sharp tongue, some it's the arrogance. But I'm getting from Spirit again, it's from the conditioning. Some of them who had parents who were like very uppity. and they picked it up from them. And some of them were, you know, were spoken to harshly as children. And they picked up on that too. Now this, I saw this come out and I was like, I know exactly what this is. Healing from betrayal. Some of the other ones, and now there are a few that could actually be healing all of these things, but some of the other ones, yes, they were in a marriage where they were betrayed. Their spouse betrayed them. And they were very cunning. It was a toxic situation or relationship. Now, what Spirit is saying, all of the masculines I'm changing are healing from this right here. toxic situation or relationship. It could be a situation with family, that's for some of them. For the others, it is an actual relationship where it was a marriage or some other karmic relationship, some other romantic relationship that they were in. Others, it's actually a traumatizing thing from family. And for some, it's actually both. There was toxicity in family, toxicity in actual marriages and relationships, okay? So a lot of them were being controlled by other people, other partnerships, other spouses, whatever this is for them, however this resonates. Some of you may already know this, okay? There was a web of control. They were being controlled, and of course that Black Widow, what does the Black Widow do? She like weaves her web, and she's all like sexy and stuff, and it's like, oh, look at my beautiful web, and look at all this stuff, and then maybe, what is it? She acts like she's dead or something like that, or then, you know, the other, her prey or whatever, starts crawling on the web or something, and then snap, and she eats them up. All right. And of course, this is a symbol of, you know, women who are like this. They seduce men, and, you know, stuff happens. Let's just leave it at that. So, yeah. And look, low vibration right there. Being low vibrational, they're trying to heal that too. And a lot of it comes from people who've betrayed them. The toxic situations that they were in, and it just lowered them and lowered them and lowered them. This is another thing that they're trying to heal, okay? They cannot be ready for union if they don't forgive themselves and these people, the situation, the relationship, and they don't heal from this, a feeling betrayed, a feeling like the victim. I'm seeing 5 of Pentacles. Even though I'm not doing tarot, I'm seeing that. Look, optical illusions. It's not what it seems. The mirages, the confusions, the head trips, hallucinations, predictive programming. I was talking about programming, okay? These are things are not what they seem. And this is pertaining to this connection, because it's been something that they've never experienced, and they're trying to heal the delusions of the world and the delusions of what they think this relationship is. They're starting to see it's something different. It's not like anything they've ever seen, and of course they have to heal from those other relationships, the other toxicities, whether it's relationship or not. It could just be lower vibrational, where they're tied to 3D shit. And it's the illusion of the 3D world, right? This is what they need to heal. And with this connection, they were confused before, but a lot of them are coming out of that, because they could not understand the magnetism that they had, that was between you, that is between you. Things are not what they seem. And some of them were thinking this is a trap. Again, because they may have thought that you were another Black Widow. Okay? Some of you are most likely very highly attractive, and the masculines were, you know, attracting these highly attractive women. Or men, right? Whatever this is, because again, masculine, feminine, they're energies, right? It's not based on gender. Some attractive person. They were used to dating attractive people, and, you know, especially for some of them, it really is a marriage, that the person that they were married to was very attractive, and they just totally screwed them over. She may have been, you know, sleeping around or attracting all these men, and she just was like using them or something along those lines. That is very hard for someone to come out of and to heal that, okay? And some of them probably thought you were a Black Widow, okay? And then they're like, wait a minute, but I feel differently. And this is what they're trying to understand. Like, wait, this is not like any other connection I've been in. And they're really starting to come to terms with that, trying to understand it. But this is also, you know, they have to heal the fact that they have to trust more in the divine, and ask God, okay, is this real or not? Like, what am I not looking at here? And this is more trusting their intuition too. The fish hook. Powerless, feeling helpless. Yep. Paralyzed, vulnerable, trap again. Temptation, bait, con game, great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, multiplication, principle. Yep. Feeling helpless in situations because of the control. Control as a child, controlled by a spouse, by a karmic, controlled by alcohol, controlled by drugs. Okay, take it as it resonates. There's so many things. Again, it's a general reading. There's so much that comes in with these things. Also about feeling vulnerable. A lot of them have a hard time with that. They're trying to learn to be more vulnerable and not be so afraid of doing that, because they were like that before and they got chewed out, they got stung, they got stepped on, they got eaten alive. Okay, but they felt powerless every time that happened, and they had to be stronger when it came to understanding that when they are vulnerable and somebody does that to them, they don't have to take that crap, because they felt helpless every time that they tried to be vulnerable. It didn't work out in their favor because they were already kind of weak inside, and it just paralyzed them to the point where I'm not being vulnerable ever again, because that gets me into trouble. That kills me. I feel even more shitty than I did before. All right. That fish hook. Oh shit, I got caught again. I'm being vulnerable. Damn it. I got caught. Caught in the sense where okay. They're saying that the masculines are saying for some of them, okay, I'm going to say exactly what I'm hearing. We have been betrayed by people, and they used our vulnerability to their advantage. They took advantage of us because we were being vulnerable, and they tried to control them. And it's like they're the fishermen, and your masculine's the fish. Like enticing them, oh, you know what, you can talk to me, you can be vulnerable, and then they would come back and just like screw them over. They were being lied to, and they would step on them. It was like, gosh, like dealing with a narcissist. And it happened so much to them that they just couldn't, it just really broke them down. That's why I was writing down broken down, beaten up. Okay. This is also for some of them, it could be, you know, it could be dealing with, you know, abundance, not feeling abundant enough, especially for you, because they feel like they owe you something, or they want to provide for you, but they were caught up in the 3D world thinking that money gave them power, money brought them happiness, when they're starting to realize, nope. Or that not having money made them feel powerless. Okay. That's not true. And a lot of them are starting to understand that money isn't everything. The rainbow. Finding peace. Wish granted. Blessings. Patience pays off. Serendipity. Abundance again. Hope. Good luck. Patience. I think good luck was in the other card too. Promise. Godsend. Creation. Manifesting wealth. Prosperity. Perfect timing. Yep, they're trying to learn how to manifest wealth and manifest a union, like they said. Okay? Learning how to co-create with the universe. knowing that God is always going to show that rainbow at the end of every storm. Finding more peace in themselves, within you, within others. Understanding that you are a blessing to them. That you were this gift from God to help them to really understand who they truly need to be, what they need to heal, what fears they have to face. Having hope. I'm hearing from them, you give us hope, feminines. You give us hope. But again, you have to trust. The trusting is coming in again. They've wished for you. And now that you're here and they're like, shit, this is what I was hoping and wishing for, and I just ran away from it. But they're starting to understand why. And they're starting to see there's a lot of stuff that I need to fix here. A lot of things I need to repair. Mend. Take care of. Heal. Right? It's a lot of this. Learning how to be more patient in life. Some of them didn't have patience. Some of them couldn't keep their promises. Right? And they're really learning how to better just become a better person. Be harmonious. Be more at peace with themselves. I knew something with this would come out. Yoga. Contemplation, deep breath, centered, go within, steady, balanced, relax, take a break, inner child healing, meditate, time alone, balanced, chakras, reflection, wellness, and rest. Didn't they say they were meditating and going out in nature? Yep. This is what they're doing. They said it in the letter. They also told you, feminines, to take a break from me, from social media, from everything that doesn't serve you, and listen to divine messages being spoken to you. And you cannot get those messages until you do this. Do breath work, do pranayama. This is all about inner child healing too. This is doing the work, being more centered and going within more and connecting to your guides. This is what the masculines are doing. They said it in the letter. Balancing the chakras. Spending time alone, you guys, so that they could heal. There it is right there. I need time alone to myself, feminines. Doing that self-reflection. This is the Four of Swords. Right here. Did I say Four of Swords before? I think I did. Tools. Practical abilities, resources. Has what it takes. Application. Build it. Fix it. Organization. Help someone. Task at hand. Well-prepared. Equipment. Get shit done. Masculinity. This is them getting shit done, feminines. And feminines, you need to get shit done too. You have what it takes to go through this journey. You have all the tools that you need to get through this. You just really have to tap into them and know they're not physical tools necessarily. This is more of you being more resourceful and using a combination of things to better heal yourself, to better prepare yourself for what's to come in your mission. Okay? And I did talk about fixing things, that they want to fix this connection. They need to fix themselves. I think I said that earlier too. This is what they're doing. They're trying to fix it. They need to fix themselves and they want to fix this connection. Okay. Realizing that they do have what it takes to deal with this connection, as challenging as it is. And that goes for you too, feminines. Helping someone. Feminines, this is you helping your masculines, but in the 5D. Helping them from a spiritual nature. Being more tapped into the divine and sending them your unconditional love and your prayers and your healing. This is you helping them, which is in turn going to help the masculines help themselves. Oh my goodness. I wrote tandem and bicycle. Synchronized, alliance, duo, partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, simpatico. Aligned, hook up, cooperation, harmony, help, join, consensus, two of a kind. I think I wrote harmony too. Apparently I picked up a lot of messages from this. And the letter talked about alignment, did it not? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yep, I have tandem and bicycle. And harmony, yeah. It's all there. Healing. Aligned. This is what they're trying to do, align themselves with divine light. They talked about alignment in the letter, being more synchronized, because they said you have to both be aligned with the divine before both of you can align with each other. And this also talks about, I'm getting from Spirit, this also talks about the planets also have to be in a certain alignment too before you guys come into union. There's a lot of shit here, guys, that needs to be completed before union can manifest. Again, the universe really has control over this, and they want everything to be perfectly aligned, but you guys have to be in alignment first. All your chakras are aligned and cleared. You are in alignment with the divine light. You're in alignment with God. You are in alignment with what it is you truly want in life, to bring in that abundance, to bring in union, all of that stuff. You cannot be lower vibrational if you want to call in union. You cannot be lower vibrational if you're not focusing on your dharma. That didn't make any sense. If you're lower vibrational, you're not focusing on your dharma. If you're low vibrational, you can't call in the abundance that God is trying to give you. But this is them being more in alignment with themselves so that they could be more in alignment with you for that partnership. I think, did I write something about hook up? I said meet up and sync up. Interesting. Synchronized and hook up. I guess that's close enough. Either way. This is what they're trying to do right now. Being more aligned with God and what it is that they truly want, so that they, because see, it says, they did say at part of the top of the deck, I know more than you think. Some of them are really studying this connection and what work they need to do to manifest union. Telephone, connection, communication, conversation, getting through, two-way street, message, vocal, loud and clear, reaching out, notification, throat chakra, inner voice rings a bell, trusting their inner voice, communicating with the divine. 2, trust their inner voice, because when you communicate with the divine, you're listening to your intuition. That's, you are communicating with your guides, your angels, whomever. And see, throat chakra, there it is again, guys. Trying to heal their throat chakra, being able to better communicate their feelings, their wants, their desires with not only you, but with the universe. Be clear on what it is you want. Communicate clearly. That's what they're trying to heal as well. A lot of them are healing a lot of stuff, you guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, look at this. Look look at this. There's 9 cards there, guys. 1, 2, 2 threes. There's 2 twos. I saw 2. Hold on a second. There's a reason why I'm doing this. They wanted me to put them in order, numerical order. Wow. Okay, 4, 7, 8, 9. Look at all this progression that a lot of them are really doing right now, and some of them really need to start doing, and you guys too. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. It's a lot of steps here, guys, that they are taking to better align themselves. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's map. It's another 3. We have 3 threes. This is the Ascended Master number. Exploration, find your way, locate unknown destination, new territory. Lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs, figure it out, directions, new perspective. Gaining a new perspective in this connection, finding their way, you know, taking that map that leads to you. That's a Maroon 5 song. Yeah, planning to go on this journey and having this map that'll get them to where they want to be, which is union with you, alignment with themselves, with God, finding their way, okay? And they're figuring things out as they go along this journey and learning to read the signs now that the divine has been giving them. This is new territory for them. This is something completely different. They never traversed something like this, but they are ready and willing to embark on this journey. It's really significant right there. Oh, okay. I still got to do the songs. All right, guys. All right. Remember what you picked? Palm tree. Start with the palm tree. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What song does the divine masculine want to dedicate to the divine feminine that picked the palm tree? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Are you kidding me? Dude, for those who picked the palm tree, you're your masculines. I have quite a few songs for you. All cried out, Lisa, Lisa, and the Cult Jam. Did I write down Lisa? I think I wrote Lisa. I gave you my love in vain. My body never knew such pleasure. My heart never knew such pain. And you leave me so confused. Now I'm all cried out over you. We did see confused already, one of the cards, the Zodiac cards. This is interesting. Spirit doesn't want me to talk too much about these songs. They're telling me they now want you guys to start using your own intuition and start trying to channel messages from your divine masculines on your own with the songs that come out. I'm just going to read them to you. I'm actually no longer going to be doing additional channeling when I read these. This is now up to you guys. Okay? You can pause this, go back to this part of the video, and start really going within and trying to get additional messages straight from your masculines with the songs that come out here. Love on the Brain. This came out before. They don't even want me to read them either anymore. This is interesting. Okay. This is more of an intuitive exercise for you feminines now. All right. Next song. Ooh, I like this song. Wicked Game. Chris Isaac. Ah, I wrote down Chris. It's funny. This is a very powerful song right here. Over and over again, Nathan Sykes and Ariana Grande. I love this song. I'll be honest, I like the version without Ariana Grande in it. No offense to you, Ariana, but I like the one with just Nathan in it. The original one. Hope you're getting some other messages from these. Oh, Edwin McCain, LB. This is a great song too. Oh, I love this. Okay. The bottom of the deck. Some of you want to see the bottom of the deck. Here it is. Stone Cold by Demi Lovato. Huh, I wrote down the word God. Interesting. I wonder why that came out. Truth. Again, feminines. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Oh, questions. All right. For those who picked the palm tree, ask a question. We're going to see what answers the angels give you. Meditate on the question while I shuffle. Take action. Here's your answer for those who picked the palm tree. The bottom of the deck is none other than ask your angels. That's what I was saying before. Okay? All right. We're going to put that back in case the other groups get the same card. Okay. All right. For those of you who picked the coconut. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Palladian Syrians. For those of you who picked the coconut. What do the divine masculines want? What song do they want to dedicate to their divine feminines? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. I channeled Shay, and I'm sure Shay is watching this. Hi, Shay again. Obsessed by Dan and Shay. Somebody's obsessed. All right. For those of you who picked the coconut, ask your question. Meditate on it while I'm shuffling. Remain positive. Keep the faith. There's your answer. The bottom of the deck is peaceful resolution. Okay. Alrighty. For those of you who picked the pina colada, what song, Spirit, do the divine masculines want to dedicate to the feminines that picked the pina colada? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit Guides, Angels, Galactic Family, Pleiadian Sirians, what song do the masculines want to dedicate to the feminines who picked the pina colada? Sheesh. Again, they told me not to do any more channeling. This is channeling on your own. Starting to learn how to tap in and get the intuitive hits and listen to them. This is your intuitive exercise. And Neris's Letter from the musical Ada by Shania Twain. Oh, I haven't seen this one come up. Wow. I don't want the world, only you. Didn't they say that they want only you? Unbelievable. Wow. That's big synchronicity right here. They wish they could tell you face to face. They were talking about that in the letter. This letter will have to do. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Holy shit. That's why they were saying. I will tell you if you don't believe what I'm saying to you in this letter, that I don't know what else to tell you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. They say I love you too. Oh my goodness gracious. I do love you. I'm just trying to find the best way to tell you in person, but this is going to take me some time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, sorry, I'm hung up on that. Oh, the Aerosmith song, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Wow. Kenny Rogers, Crazy. Did I channel Crazy somewhere? I don't know anymore. Unchained Melody, the Righteous Brothers. Has this come up before? God, again, comes up. Did I say this one already? I did. Whoa, you guys. Look everything I need from Aquaman Skylar Grey. I channeled Skylar and Aquaman. Unbelievable. And Ocean. There you go. All right. Okay, questions. For those of you who picked the pina colada, ask your question, meditate on it while I shuffle it in silence. We will see what answers the angels have for you. Recovery. This card is actually about beginning your healing process. Okay, Spirit. They want me to read the book for this one. Hold up. Oh, look. The bottom of the deck is communicate clearly. I said that earlier. Okay, guys. They want me to read recovery for those who picked the pina colada. This is a period of recovery and healing for you. The challenging emotions that you've been dealing with will fade away with time. Although it may be difficult to see now, there is a joyful future awaiting you. But for now, take all the time you need to regain your strength. This card can also mean that your recovery is nearly finished or already complete. Send words of gratitude to heaven and begin planning for the next exciting phase of your life. Be honest and take it what your intuitive hit is. But I'm getting for a lot of you, this is a period of recovery and healing for you. This is about focusing on your healing. Okay. Again, communicate clearly. Okay. Spirit, anything else? Oh, masculines want to say again to you, feminines, that they love you with all their heart. They love you very much. They're rooting for you. They want you to focus on yourselves, that both of you can get through this. And they cannot wait to be with you again, but as divine masculine Christ and divine feminine Christ in union, in sacred union with each other, and have that Trinity, God, feminine, masculine. Interesting. Okay, well, my lovely starlings, that concludes your reading. Thank you so much for sticking through this with me, whatever it says. I don't know, I've really, my energy's drained like always, guys. Thank you for sticking through this with me and for watching it through. If you made it to the end, if you actually watched the whole thing, congrats to you. I'm so proud. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so now. Join our tribe. And please illuminate the thumbs up icon. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always on your journey. I send so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being on your light counterpart journey today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.